Hey guys, so what I have as an idea, and this might be terrible, but we're gonna just try it, is we're gonna go to Pexels, pexels.com, and we're gonna type in elephant. Can I spell elephant? Yes, I can. And we're gonna pick an awesome picture of an elephant. Actually, I really like this picture, so I'm just gonna grab this one, see if we can grab it. What's the license on it? What's the license? Free for personal commercial use, no attribution. Beautiful. Let's download it. Lovely. Let's save this. Awesome. So what we'll do next is we'll put in Tiger. And you're like, why are we doing this? We're gonna make a website. And this might take a few of these little videos, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and make a website that says, I don't know, I went to the zoo, or I went traveling, or I went on an adventure. We're gonna figure it out because we're just making it up as we go, but we need some images to start with. I love this tiger, so again, free for personal use, commercial use, yes, let's grab it. Thank you, Mr. Tiger. Let's just grab you as well. And then, so we have, what else can we get? Elephant, tiger, penguin. Just to make it interesting, right? Do we have a penguin? Oh, so many amazing penguins. Free for personal use, no attribution required. That's what we love. Excellent. Okay, three's enough. Three's enough to get us started. The reason I wanted to just kind of start us off, and I'm just going to minimize this, is that we need to learn some things. And one of the things that we're going to learn is, putting images in and managing our website. And we looked at this before. When you make a website folder, the stuff that's in the website folder is really what Dreamweaver can manage for you and keep track of for you. These images are way too big. Like that's 2 megs, that's 5 meg, that's 12 meg. They're too big, right? But they're perfect for what we want to do, which is just get started. We'll optimize these later. I also like to put these in an images folder. So in my website I have HTML pages, over here. So I'll have a, index.html, and then what I have next to that is my images folder. I'll usually have a CSS folder, a JS folder if I'm using it, etc. But what we're looking at here is like we want to make a page that goes there and maybe goes to specific pages for those things. So I might have another page which will be my my tiger page or whatever it is. So this will be my tiger page. So I'll have an index page, a tiger page, an elephant page, a penguin page, and maybe a contact page. So we're gonna make this up, but at the moment I just wanted to get us started today, so that if you're following along or you want to kind of have a go at this yourself, go to the Pexels website, find some images that you can use. Once you have those images, download them, put them in somewhere. We'll Photoshop these later to kind of trim them. If you don't have Photoshop, I might get you to use Paint. Paint is the free thing that comes with Windows. So you can grab one of these images, you can put it into Paint, you can zoom out, you can do some stuff, I'm sure. As you can see, I use it a lot. There you go. So there's a pixel value, so we could say, look, I want it to be 960 pixels wide. It'll resize that for you. So if you're at 100%, that's the actual image, right? You'll be able to save that. You'll be able to make that like King Penguins 960 so that you know what it is. And then instantly you have this smaller version here, which is only 0.4 of a megabyte as opposed to 12 megabytes. And that's really kind of important to start with. And again, if you don't have Photoshop and you need to make a thumbnail, I would recommend that you don't actually just resize the whole thing, but you grab something really interesting, like, oops, that's not what I want. You grab, let's just say, these guys. And what you do then is you crop that. How do you crop that in here? Because I'm an expert here, aren't I? Crop. Is that going to work? There we go. And then save that as maybe a PNG and just say that this is going to be your 240 thumbnail. So that way you have this little thumbnail that then links to this bigger image. And again, there's a heap more tools in Photoshop, but just showing you quickly how to kind of get this organized. So once you have that, what you're going to do is you're going to get your images set up, you're going to get all this stuff ready, and then we're going to go over into Dreamweaver, wherever my Dreamweaver is. Where's my Dreamweaver? Dreamweaver, there it is. Let's just bear with me for a moment as we open Dreamweaver. Okay, and in Dreamweaver, what we're going to do is we're going to make a new... Actually, I haven't set up my site yet, so I'm just going to go Site, New Site, Website. On my desktop is a folder called Website. You can browse to it with the little icon here if you don't want to type it all in. And then there it is. There's my index page. Let me just resize this. Dreamweaver's advertising kicking in. It says my code. It's empty. Obviously, we haven't done anything. And there's my split view, half and half. There's my live view. I can go to design view. And because I have images, I can grab one of these thumbnails, drag it in here. Right, I haven't got any of my boilerplate stuff. So I'm actually going to close this and do it. I'm going to cheat. Let's make a new HTML page, create. Let's save it as my index page. Let's override it. There we go. Welcome to our adventure. And then over here, we'll put in penguins. There we go, that worked. So this penguins thing here, we're going to make that link to the larger image. And I'm going to cheat and I'm going to go into Dreamweaver's panels. Where's my properties panel? There it is. And in the properties panel, what I can do is I can tell it that it actually links to the larger image. If I'm lazy, I can just drag the arrow and try and point it at the King Penguin large image. And then what that means is that if I go to my live view by clicking this, it would then take me over to the real one. But unfortunately, you actually have to try it in a browser. So go back here and double click that and then click here and then it opens up the large one. Right? So we just made a link between these two images. So we went from this thumbnail over to this larger image, and Dreamweaver wrote all of this code, right? It linked to the big image, and it also inserted the small image there for us, and it also kind of wants to know what is this. This is King Penguins, and that's just for, again, accessibility and some other things like that. It's good to have that in there. And what we do when we go back to design view is that's all we see. Now, good thing about design view is we can also go in and add some stuff, such as, please click the thumbnails to see my awesome images or photos from my latest adventure, right? Adventure, whatever you want to. And then again, what happens in the code is the whole paragraph gets inserted, all of that detail goes around it, and we're building our amazing website. So that's all we're going to do for now. This is just to kind of keep it in little bits and pieces. Get yourself ready, get those images ready, put them in this images folder. We'll leave the CSS folder blank for now. Get your index page ready. We won't be linking to the large images, but we will make extra pages, like we'll make a tiger page and a penguin page. And what we'll do is we'll just learn how this whole site manager also works, because the site manager is awesome. By setting this up, you tell Dreamweaver that you're managing, all of these images within this one place, meaning that if accidentally you go in here and you try and delete one of these, it says, hang on, if I delete this page will no longer be able to show it. Do you really want to delete it? And then you can say, no, sorry, that was an accident. If you try and rename it, it'll come up with the same thing saying, whoa, you've just renamed this. Are you sure you want to rename this? So I'm going to have to actually, update the link for all of this. It's like, oh no, I don't want you to do that. So again, we can undo that, but then I have to rename it to what it was, because it doesn't actually remember that bit. Let's just grab this name. Um, oops. No, no, no. It doesn't like the forward slash, so it's complaining, complaining, and two .pngs. Okay, so then it should still work again when I go here. But it's really cool, and I just want you guys to be aware of it, and get yourself started. And then what we'll do is we will just keep plugging away at this and see how many of these videos we need to get the whole kind of website done. All right, thanks.